Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Dina Beth, and I am so excited to be here with you. Obviously, getting better and better and better every single day. So, how to beat cancer? Gosh, who doesn't have cancer? Whether it be in your, body, in your marriage, in your business, cancer is just basically, stuff that just is messing up and keeps messing up, right? It just keeps doing the wrong thing over and over and over, and is determined to win and obviously make everyone else lose and include your body and everything else in that picture. So if you know someone who is suffering with cancer of any type, and of course, if you know of cancer struggles in your own life, you are in the right place, because I have a fabulous message for you, and I'm so excited to be your host today. My name is Dina Beth. Currently stage 4 cancer. Doctors tell me it's not even worth doing the surgery, and my first response is, why are you on my team? Because the only people that get to be on my team are the ones that know I can win. And so absolutely, this is something we can beat. We do not have to be afraid of cancer in any part of our life. There is a way to overcome, and I have some fabulous things to share with you today. I'm so excited that you're here. Please let me know where you're coming in from. Tell me about, whether you're coming in on the replay a little bit later on. If you're here, again, let me know, are you in Toronto? Are you in Australia? All the places I intend to visit over the next 10 years. I plan to go to 20 countries in the next 10 years. So if you have the perfect spot, I would love to talk to you. So just know, overcoming cancer is no small thing. It is I call it my Goliath, right? Because I was able to be introduced yesterday to my Goliath, and I was able to get his DNA structure. Is this exciting or what? Send me some hearts or some woohoos, because I feel like I am the most blessed woman on the planet to have this information. This is power right here in my hands. I have the actual DNA structure that has gone awry in my body, which is the answer to getting past this problem. So for those of you that are wanting to know how to overcome cancer, one of the main things you want to remember is that you need to know the structure of your DNA, which strand has gone awry, or which strands in this case. I've been learning from Joe Dispenza that our DNA strands are wild, amazing, and there's so many different ways that it can manifest and show up in life. And what we're discovering is that if you send your blood to Switzerland, is what I did. This was a $5,000 report. So precious, because 3 days before I sent this blood off, there wasn't enough money in my account to pay for a vitamin C drip, let alone a $5,000 report. And I am, like I say, ecstatic, because not only do I have the privilege of being able to send my blood off to Switzerland, get these results, but I also have the privilege of being able to see the specific areas that are out of alignment and what we can do to fix it. So just so you know, we meet here every other Friday, actually. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Every Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock. Every other Friday at 11. This happens to be one of our lunch and learn times. Being that we're kind of doing the cancer series right now, then that will change up over time. Just know that we'd love to have you here every Friday, if possible, so that you can participate in this amazing experience of learning what is going to help us win more, right? I mean, don't you want to win more in your life, like in your relationships or in your health or maybe in your business? That's what I love to talk about. And so that's what we're discussing today. And I would love to hear your part. Like, where are you at? Hello, Erin. So nice to see you. Welcome. So if you feel like there's something in your life that is really not working, like you really want to win more, you are in the right place, because it is my favorite topic. Love talking about winning and what we can do to win more. And in this case, we're winning with some of the most challenging. And I don't know if any of you have read that Bible story of Goliath and how he was just like this formidable giant, right? Nobody knew how to beat Goliath. And he was one of the giants in the land from the Philistines. Do you remember the story? And David comes along, and he's got this entire army sitting on the hill, don't even know what to do. Like, they're just like, what should we do? What should we do? This giant is down there, and he could basically destroy any of us at any moment. And well, this is my Goliath. And I am so excited, because I know that the God will provide the way and show me what to do. And so to me, it's like I'm sharing this magical, what if we could just believe, right? Hello, Heather. I'm so happy you're here. One of my favorite people in the wide world. Heather, so nice to connect with you. So we all have a Goliath on, one level or another in our life. And we want to think of it as, wow, what if we could beat Goliath just by changing the way that we see the problem, right? changing the way that we're perceiving the issue that we're facing. So in my case, you know, I could sit around all day saying, holy schmack, it hurts so freaking bad. Oh my hell, I must be dying. Oh, I need some painkillers. Oh my hell, there's this terrible, I'm going to die. I'm not going to totally lie, because there's moments and there's nights when it's like, holy shit. I probably shouldn't be swearing, excuse me. This is Facebook. I can be respectful. Apologies for my swearing, but it's just, it can become so overwhelming. Like, how or what and what the F am I supposed to do with this pain? But what I've discovered is that breathing through that, and if you haven't had a chance to watch level 3, I highly recommend it. Hello, Pam. So glad you're here. Welcome. I would love to know again about all of you. Tell me where you're coming in from. Tell me what it is you're struggling with in your life. I know for some of us, it's, you know, we're struggling with trying to get our bodies where we want it to be. In my case, it's just literally getting this cancer to dissipate, to go away, to decide that I've learned what I needed to learn from it, and it doesn't have to be part of my journey anymore. And I think so many of us don't like see that little teeny switch we can turn inside here. I mean, this brain is so freaking powerful. We don't really give ourselves as much credit as we could if we were willing to look at it in a different way. And one of the most profound things that I learned this morning, which was really, really something that might be supportive to you in your journey. Hello, thank you for saying hi, Pam. So nice to connect with you. By the way, if there's something that you hear in this message that really resonates with you and you feel like someone could benefit, share the message out. There's people everywhere looking for this message. If you know of someone specifically, maybe you could grab the URL and pop it in their inbox. This message is worth its weight in gold, because from experience, I'm winning. I know I can win this battle. There's just no doubt in my mind that we can overcome this. And so what I've discovered is that for a huge part of my journey, being that I was from a really traumatic childhood. I mean, both parents were horrifically alcoholic people that struggled and had their own history that they were dragging into the mix, and a whole bunch of, you know, dysfunction and out of alignment thinking and victim mentality everywhere. I don't know if you recognize any of that. Hello, Carol. So glad you're here. If you know of anyone, or if you personally have experienced any kind of victim thinking in your life, this is exactly what you want to consider today, is something that would really serve you or support you. And what I've discovered just in the last little while and studying Joe Dispenza, I'm doing 30 hours of training before I attend his Indian Wells conference next week. I'm so excited, because he was booked out for weeks, and he found a spot with my name on it for the event next week, which is phenomenal, because it is the answer to so many prayers, and so many blessings are in store for this body as I learn what works instead of what's not working. So what I'm discovering is that, thanks for the hearts. I love the love. It's just like, oh, la, la, la. Makes me happy. So thank you for that. What I'm discovering is that we have a mindset that is in our way. Like, there is a block, and I have had this block for as long as I can remember. It is a I am worthless block, right? And the worthlessness shows up from failure stories that I've put into the mix, from rejection stories that I've put into the mix, from abandonment stories that I've put into the mix, and from scarcity stories that I've put into the mix. And so I have this whole repertoire of evidence to prove that I'm worthless, and that I've no value, and there's nothing that I have that is to offer. I mean, Heather's known me long enough to know that I have all kinds of insecurities that just kind of show up in the oddest places and in the oddest ways. I was trying to describe my dad and how he'll enter a room and not say hello. He'll barely connect with people there, maybe, and then leave without saying goodbye, because he doesn't see his own worth. He doesn't see his value. He's almost 80 years old, and it's kind of heartrending, because I'm not going to freaking wait that long. I don't know about you, but we got to get some things to shift up here. So what I discovered is that I have had a ton of stories that are programmed into my subconscious that show up at the least time I expected. I mean, I generally am like the most positive, informed person around, but then when there's my quiet moments, right, then all of a sudden there's this other side, right, the dark side of the equation. I don't know if you know, but we all have a dark side, right? And we need to learn how to embrace her. We need to be able to see her. Aw, thanks, Heather. I would like to be someday. I'm working in that direction. I see you as amazing, so just so you know. But what I know is we all have a dark side, and to be able to truly embrace the dark side is the message that we need to be able to get inside of our soul. So to be able to wrap my heart around the part of me that is afraid, that is scared, that is basing everything in story and history, the story, right? His story, the her story. What I know is we have an obligation to ourselves to change this up. And what I discovered is, instead of I am worthless, what if I am of infinite worth? What if we could just change the story? What if we could just decide that it's different than what our brain says it is? What if that's possible for us? What if we are of infinite worth? What if you are a daughter of God? What if you, hey, yes, we do have a dark side. Thanks for saying hi, Erin. Thanks for sharing that. So, and it's like we keep that dark side hidden, like we're just so afraid of it. We're so ashamed that she might be known, but then, people will reject us, right? If they find out we have this dark side of us, like, if you love my dark side, then you must love me, right? Well, what if it doesn't need to be there anymore? What if we can decide that it doesn't get to have a say in our experience right now, right? What if we just get to choose to be of infinite worth and change the story inside of our own heart and soul? Hello, Aurora. So glad you're here. Welcome. So what I'm discovering in this whole process is, what if I just change all of those stories one at a time? So what I know is, if my issue is around scarcity, what if I decide to be abundant and wealthy and have every needful thing? Just decide that I, of course, right? Reprogram the structure of the subconscious mind, which is what I call the protective personality, that has been having way too much say in my life. Way too much say. I mean, to the point that my spirit is like, I will hang out with you if you change this story, because I'm not hanging out with a brain that's that scared. I'm not hiding out anymore. I have a message and you're going to deliver it. And if you're willing to do that, we'll stick around together for a long time, right? And I'm working my hardest to get to my 5-year-old's 15th and my 5-year-old's 25th and my 5-year-old's, however, I just know she gets to have me in her life for many years to come. And yet the doctors are telling me there's no reason to bother with surgery because it's spread all over. Well, guess what? You're not on my team anymore, because I will only speak to people and have anybody on my team that chooses to believe that it is possible to be well. So what if I change all of my scarcity stories and I decide to be wealthy and have more than enough? What if that's possible? What if I can change all of the abandonment stories to I am protected, I am provided for, I have everything I need? What if that's possible? It seems like rocket science, but it's really simple. It's just deciding that we're done with the old story. We're not going to keep perpetuating. Yes, it's none of their business. I agree. A man in a white coat doesn't get to decide anything about whether we live or not. So, what about this whole thing? Like, I failed, right? I'm endlessly failed. And my husband hates the word success. So I'm like, hey, we just won't even need to use that. But what if instead of I'm failing and I've failed here and I've failed there and oh my hell, I failed again. What if I can just decide I am going to win more because I've learned so swearword much about what doesn't work? What if that's possible? What if I can just decide, I have learned all the stuff that does not work and I'm not doing it anymore. So now I get to win. I am on the winning team. I am going to win more every single day and I'm getting better and I'm getting stronger, and that's the end of it. I'm not going to hear anything less than that, right? What if we just decide? What if it's that simple? What if we can have everything we want if we just decide to get over this fearful story? And I believe it's important to have someone in your life that you can confess this to, look at it, see it for what it is, and see what we can gain from understanding about this kind of the contrary, the opposition, or the opposite of who we really are, because inside of you is this magnificent being that is so of infinite worth. I mean, such of infinite worth. And whether you believe in God or Allah or, the Creator, you are a divine being, and you deserve to see that in yourself. And the more you go there, the better off things are going to get. Hello, Lori. So happy to see you. Gosh, it's been a while. Such a privilege. How are you? I'd love to connect with you soon. In fact, if you have time, maybe we can get together tomorrow. So, the last thing is, what if instead of believing that, we were abandoned, what if there's a lot more just choosing to be connected, choosing to believe all the ways that we were protected in those moments? Yeah, it has been a long while. Thank you. So what if we could just choose in? You know, it's enough. It's more than enough that we've been taken care of. We've never missed a meal we didn't want to miss. What if we could just recognize that? Recognize the abundance. Recognize the way that we've been free. I mean, we often kind of feel confined or, you know, like someone took away our something. Hey, Sarah Friedman. Speaking of Friedman, free in your name there. Welcome, welcome. Oh yes, we have the Ignite conference tomorrow. If I felt well, I would be there. You know that. I hope you'll just like soak up every minute of it and share all about it, because I'm so sad I'm not there. That's one of my favorite places to go every year. We have an annual Ignite Your Influence conference here in Southern Utah. For anybody that is in the locale, please check it out. It'll be tomorrow, all day, today, going all day. Fabulous stuff. Oh my gosh, you're just going to miss out if you don't jump in. When I say all day, I think you want to check the online postings on that so that I don't get my numbers off, because I haven't been focusing on it, because knowing I wasn't well enough to be there this time. Dang it. But I'll be there next time, so no worries. So what if we could just choose into what we want? Choose to just rewire, reprogram, redecide, and choose out of all this thinking that isn't working for us. Hello, Lisa. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. So choosing to be... yes, is it 8 to 5 tomorrow or 8 to 5 today? I think I'm a little bit off on that. I think it's just the evening today and then all day tomorrow. I think that's how it usually works. So if I'm off on that, you'll have to forgive me. Let me squirt my throat because I get dehydrated pretty fast these days. So I have to share this fabulous news and then we'll wind this up. So I was literally trying, hello Maria, welcome. I was doing my best, like, what was it? 2 weeks ago, to figure out how to come up with the $300 I needed for a vitamin C drip and an immunology treatment. And there wasn't enough money in my account. And I'm like, oh shit, what now what, right? Because I've been 8 months fighting this freaking battle of trying to overcome, it's not a freaking battle, let me say it differently. 8 months of overcoming cancer has been in my repertoire. And all the things that I'm doing have been about that for a very long time. And it's to the point where nothing's working, right? I'm living on aloe vera and cactus water and just like, my body's like, no more medicine. You've been just trying too hard. You're just like trying to control this thing. So I'm very much simplified everything. And I'm trying to muster courage and strength to do what I need to do. And it takes a lot just to get from room to room. And I showered this morning. I'm excited. I am not in my pajamas. Partly is because I wanted to connect with you. And partly is I have a committee of folks that I'm co-chairman of the parent committee. And they're headed over this way in a few minutes. So I got cleaned up and I actually smell decent today. It feels amazing. Anyway, so I just wanted to share this last detail. I didn't have the money to do this test. And I reached out to family members. And in 2 days, $5,000 showed up for me to do this test. And this was a magical moment yesterday, because I got this from my doctor. He's a naturalistic, holistic doctor, Dr. Rick Jensen in St. George, Utah, for anybody that wants to know. Holy cow, what a privilege this is. One of the very most, I believe I'm truly one of the most blessed people on the planet, because I had the privilege of being able to see his very first presentation on this subject and be one of his very first patients to receive the gift of getting my blood drawn and shipped to Switzerland. Well, the results came in yesterday. We have some fabulous news. And now you can look at this how you want, but this is really good news to me, because I am freaking winning this fight. I don't care what happens. God help me. Now I realize he's in charge, so don't hear that wrong. I'm not wanting to be disrespectful in any way, because if God decides to take me, that's his business. I know that I want to be here and I'm doing everything I can to get better. And that's what I do. That's what I do all day long. Whatever I need to do, I'm happy to do it. It doesn't matter how nasty the tea is. I have tea that tastes just like ammonia. So it's like, seriously, down the hatch, whatever it takes. But this is the fabulous news we got yesterday. So this report right here tells me something really fabulous. It says there is 4.1 cells in my blood that are contaminated with the cancerous type gene. And if they were more than 5 for breast cancer, then the chances of me overcoming this would be significantly less than they are right now. So that's super fabulous news, right? So you would be able to know if you had, like, if you have a Lyme disease, if you have a any kind of autoimmune disease. Remember that word, disease, very, very important, because we can never overcome disease in our body until we get this message I shared earlier. So if you didn't get a chance to hear the first part of this message, you really need to hear it. Really powerful to learn how to get over the dis-ease in our body, the tension, right? And right now I have tension in my body and I'm not supposed to, but I just have to share, and this needs to be recorded. This is such an important journey. And there's so many people waiting for this message and need the information that can serve them in their journey of healing. So powerful, powerful message. 4.1 cells means we're going to win this, guy. So what I want to do quickly is just kind of give you an overview of the report. It's thick. I mean, we're talking probably 30 pages here, but I won't bore you with all of the details. But what I thought it would be interesting for you to note is that there are chemotherapies that are listed here that will work. So if it's in the red or the blue, it doesn't work quite, except for maybe this one. This green one would work. So what that means is all those chemotherapies that they might have just said, well, we'll try this one. Well, now we'll try that one. Or, well, maybe this other one will work. I don't have to subject my body to all of those toxins and all of the harmful effects of this massively radioactive material that's like a bomb, right? It's like a freaking nuclear bomb going off inside of you. I don't have to subject myself to all the ones that won't work, right? Because these won't work. So they discovered the actual strand in the body that was out of alignment, that was out of touch, or just, is off doing whatever it wants, right? And they have determined which chemotherapies will destroy that problem, the cells that have already developed. So none of these chemotherapies work. I mean, is that celebrating or what? I mean, this is so freaking exciting because I don't have to subject my body to garbage, to stuff that won't serve, right? I can do what will actually win. These green ones will win. None of these will work. So these are all, again, chemotherapies that I can choose into. And I found out that the reason why they don't want to do surgery on me is because there's a ton of people that want to throw a fit if they don't get better after the surgery, and they end up suing the hospital, right? Saying, well, you basically send us home to die, sewed us up to die or whatever. And so there's almost no doctors that want to talk to me because I'm refusing. Hello, Susan. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your note, Erin. So appreciate that. Yes, this magical result it's magic. It's so exciting. So doctors don't want to do surgery on me because they're afraid that because I'm refusing the chemotherapy, that I will probably be sewed up to die, right? Well, just ignore all that stuff. That's just garbage. But now that I have the exact chemotherapies that will serve and work and actually heal this problem, I'm open, right? I mean, I'm opening my door a little better instead of just slamming it shut and saying, I will not I will not send that kind of toxin into my system if I don't know it's going to actually do any good. I have to know for sure. And now we know for sure. This is really cool. This is all the magic that will go on. Hey, Lori, thanks so much for that. I'm so excited. This is all of the natural products that will help. So we're going to be using some of these in different orders and in different sequences because this cancer is a beast. I'm talking Goliath. He freaking wants to take me down. And well, guess who's going down? It's not going to be me. This is another round of natural products. And then this is the page that I need some love around because all of these red ones are the problem areas. All the ways that they said, and this is 5 pages of this. I have 5 pages of DNA strands that are out of alignment, and they have 5 strands of immortalium in this thing. So think of the beast. I mean, a freaking gladiator beast. I'm like, it would take a gladiator to take me down, so bring it on. I don't even care. We're gonna go. We're going for this. So this is, pages of this saying your body is so highly, I guess I've just been beaten up on myself for a long time. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. I am so excited about overcoming this because it proves that it can be done. It shows that this is not rocket science. It's not as hard as we're making it. So this page shows me none of these treatments will work, but I'm going to do one of these and then one of these and then one of these and then one of these. And I'm going to constantly be rotating through these 2 because if I stay with one for more than a couple of days, suddenly, oh, I know, I love that, Pam, thank you. I am convinced the reason I need to go to his event is because I will be teaching my own events just like that very soon. So no worries at all. I'm going to learn how to run those kind of events. So no stressing. The reason I'm going to him is because they're also the self-mastery that I'm going to gain. I think it's really, really powerful to really own the self-mastery of having this meditation in place. And I'm just getting the intro and just getting the basics down. And I want to master it. And as sooner the better, because this beast needs to go down. And he's coming down by me learning the meditations in a way that serves like really helps me get past all this fear of insecurity and, you know, worthlessness and all this. It's going down. It's ended. I want to own and claim my infinite worth, and I just want all of us to do the same. So that's why I'm here on Facebook telling you all about this, because I want you to own your worth, your value, you're magnificent. And in the eyes of God, you and depending on your own, you know, version of that, you are so precious and so divine. And I just want you to remember that today. So super exciting news. I am so stoked. I could not tell you another page. I mean, gosh, dang it, this freaking Goliath is going down. So just so you guys are aware, we were going to be doing a well, let me just say it this way. Based on what happens next week, I will know what's next after that. I'm going to spend a week at his retreat in Indian Wells, California, which I am so excited about because, as I mentioned earlier, it was totally booked out and they found a seat for me, which is truly a miracle. Like, there are so many miracles coming together for that. Then I'm planning to have my brother bring up an RV, which is a fifth wheel that my friend lent to us. Really beautiful. RV for us to go up to the Sacred Grove, which I call the Redwood Forest, the National Forest in California. It's a 10-hour drive from Indian Wells, but hey, we're going, right? And I want to share with you that journey where I can. Just know that I'm going to pop in here, share little bits and pieces along the way. But I want to do a bunch of transitional stuff while I'm in the Redwoods, just trying to get myself 100% prepared to come back into this realm and truly serve the way I'm intended to and the way I'm meant to. So for all of you that joined today, just know how happy I am to connect with you, see you, share this with you, and I hope it offered tremendous value to you in your day today. We're all carrying our own version of cancer in our life, and I just encourage you to share this out. Let folks know that the answer lies in choosing out of the erroneous beliefs and choosing into the truth of who you truly are. That is the step that you really want to implement into your life. And I am all about supporting you in that journey and helping you win more, whatever it takes. So I hope you have a fantabulous day after this, and know that's where I'm headed, is to have an extraordinary journey from here, learning a ton, loving every minute of it. This is a privilege, and I'm so privileged to be part of this experience. So know that there's nothing in me but just gratitude, just sincere grateful for the privilege of having cancer. I know that sounds really strange, but the lessons are worth their weight in gold. And to learn to listen to your soul and hear your spirit the way this is intended to teach is just priceless. So you want to embrace your experiences. You want to embrace your challenges. Embrace the things that seem impossible. Embrace the Goliaths in your life, and know that they're there to teach us the things we can't learn any other way. And see yourself as capable of overcoming Goliaths. You are a gladiator inside. I know I am. So let's join in the movement of just freaking owning our power as women, as men, as friends, as companions. Let's own our own strength. It's there. It is literally there for the taking. You just get to decide to stop ignoring your soul, your spirit. She's crying to you, saying, please see me. I am right here, ready to help you. Change up the things in your life that aren't working. You don't have to live in failure anymore. You don't have to live in scarcity anymore. You don't have to be alone anymore. You don't have to feel those awful feelings. It's choice. We are always at choice. And we are not talking rocket science. We're talking at choice. It's that simple. Let's choose what works, and let's support each other in getting our best self brought to the surface. Best self forward. That's what this is about. It's not about pain. It's not about suffering. It's not about getting, you know, getting snarled down into stories and lies that people love to tell us about how we're dying and it's all, no, it's not. We're just getting started here. Now, if God takes me home, that's his business. But between now and then, I have, so that was a phone call coming in. Regina, woohoo, how are you? So nice to connect with you. So, hope you have a fantabulous day again. Now that I'm saying goodbye one more time. Such a privilege connecting with you. I hope this has served you well. I will look forward to connecting more soon. Again, we meet every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Next week will be interesting because I will be in the workshop with Joe Dispenza. But that'll be like noon there. So I'm hoping right at lunch hour on Tuesday I can connect with you. So I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, we meet every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and every other Friday at 11 a.m. And I'm going to fix this timing thing, but I'm just a little bit off today again. So working on that, but super happy to connect and so happy to see all of you. And I hope again that you remember how loved you are and how precious you are and how much you deserve every good thing. And it's all available if we choose it on purpose and deliberately go about rewiring the structure that is not serving us anymore. So let's do that and let's support each other in the journey. Sending you all my love. Have a beautiful day. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.